We're going further back to see my grandfather help a German ballerina. I'm starting with the Great War so I can do cool shots of him being in it from the start and finally stopping the Sturmtruppen from getting to Bethune and halting Ludendorff's offensive. But I suppose that's not very Instagram-y. But he did win the Military Cross for defending that bridge, and he went with his boozy mum to Buckingham Palace to get his medal from the king. I've got it in my loo. But look, he was actually also a keen musician, and after the war, he tried to get up a side hustle composing, but he could never get a bite. Okay, fast forward now, and it's 1939, and all the old soldiers had to close up their pianos and report back to their regiments. Robert was fluent in Chinese, no time to explain, and was so sent out east. Then, at the end of that war, we're getting near the point, he puts his civvies on again and goes to bombed-out Berlin with the welfare services. He must have mentioned his piano grades because he got given the job of reviving the Berlin Opera and Ballet. But the opera house and everything else was just a pile of bricks. Robert went around searching for all the original members of the orchestra. They were living in the ruins of their homes, but they were keen to get back to their old lives, and slowly the band got back together. And Robert helped them out with food he creatively stole from the NAFI. And this included some quite famous people, most significantly the young ballerina Natasha Trofimova, who had been a munitions worker and was just now trying to survive. I've looked all this up, and it seems that Berlin has held operas in the rubble of the old buildings, and the performances were even called rubble music. Trofimova went on to be the prima ballerina of the state opera. So, remember Robert had always tried to be a proper paid-up composer? Well, it never happened. But what did his music sound like? It might have been good. Well, a few years ago, my sister found some of his old manuscripts hidden in an uncle's attic. She passed the music on to a friend who understood about such things to get his opinion of our grandfather's compositions. He went away and studied those sheets and finally called my sister to say that they were pretty boring.